Okay, I'm back with some epic deals because you guys love these videos for some reason. I personally kind of feel like it's slop content, just kind of throw out easy, quick, done content. Here's a DM between me and Shogun. Like, yeah. Yep, I feel like that's just how it is. Like Shogun said, you guys, people like this content these days, so we're back with more of whatever this is. So we're gonna look at the epic deals for today and see if they got anything of interest. And right off the bat, I'm seeing this neat looking, interesting Beretta from Evike, which is on clearance at 176. So this is gonna run at 130 pounds for UK, and Canadian is 243. I do know they have like a Evike UK specific thing. I don't know if the deals are the same. Actually, I might check that. This is the Evike Europe listing, which as you can see is definitely a little different. It's not as clean as the US based shop. I prefer this style over this one. I think it just looks cleaner. But I'm not seeing that pistol actually. Yeah, I just don't see it. So this is Evike Europe, and it just doesn't look as nice to me. It just doesn't look as clean, so I usually just stick over here. Okay, for you UK viewers, I cannot find it on your website, so you're gonna have to probably ship this thing. The Evike website for UK looks pretty, the Europe ones just looks pretty lackluster, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, there's a reason I stick with the other one. It just doesn't look as clean to me. This website looks a lot cleaner. That's just my opinion. But anyways, let's see what we got here. It's probably gonna run around 270 FPS because this is 0.20. It looks really clean though. And Evik's generally actually not too bad. Evik's usually pretty okay, so I'd say this is a pretty solid looking one. Specifications. The one piece is it a one piece thing? I don't even know. I don't watch that stuff, I'm gonna be honest. Is that what it's going for? I honestly don't know. It just looks like a pirate handgun to me. Is that supposed to be the style? Same, it's a Evike. Really? I haven't had issues with Evike, to be honest. I haven't had issue with Evike. The only issue that we've had with Evike was the full auto didn't work very well on their legal thing. Let me see. Yeah, this one. We've had this one on the channel before. It actually didn't have any issues, to be honest. This was actually not a bad pistol. The only problem we had was it describes it as a semi to full auto pistol when the full auto doesn't really work all that good. Because the bolt is entirely metal, and it's just too heavy. It just doesn't cycle properly. They should have done a polymer bolt, and it would have been okay. I think if they changed this to polymer, it would actually work. So this pistol is actually not bad. Honestly, it was not a bad handgun by any means. I thought it was pretty okay. I mean, for the price too, like this is not a bad price. Yeah, we've had this on the channel before. This was Wildcats. This is not one that I owned, but it ran fine. So I mean, we haven't had issues with Evike personally, but maybe some of those stuff isn't as good. I don't know, I haven't had any issues with them. But I mean, this is kind of, honestly, this is a collector's item. I would say this is more of a collector's item, just because of the style and the design of it. But I mean, it looks cool. I don't think it's one that I would run, but it looks cool. I think it's alright for the price. I think it's pretty solid. Is it all metal? I think it is. Yeah, it's metal. Yeah, I'd say this is perfectly fine, honestly. And if you want to do some upgrades, you could even. So I mean, it's cheap enough. It's priced down enough, especially for a custom looking handgun, that you could use any additional. You could use the additional to upgrade. I mean, you'd only be putting like what, an extra maybe 20-30 bucks for a Maple Leaf bucking and barrel. At least I think that's about right. Let me see. Yeah, so the Maple Leaf barrels go for 20 to 40. So I guess it is going to be about 20 just for the barrel, and then the bucking. So the bucking's run for about 10. So I mean, you're looking at like maybe 40, an extra 40, 50 bucks depending on what you want to do for a custom looking handgun. So I mean, that's not too bad. I think it's decently priced. SEMA AKs on sale. We kind of already looked at these before. SEMA AKs are pretty standard. They're good just to get into the market with. This is a Canada, yeah, export compliant. So it's going to run for 276.52 if you want to export to Canada. UK's 147 pounds. FPS is good. I'd say this is a very good FPS. Honestly, this is extremely well. It's gonna probably run a little too high for indoor fields though, because it's gonna be running around 400 FPS, which is really good for an outdoor field. So if you're looking for a Milsim AK style, this would be a good one to pick up because of the price and the FPS. This will be a good outdoors. Batteries located in top receiver, tight fit. Yeah, that's usually the AK batteries. They are a very big, long, round cylinder battery type, and they sit right across the receiver right here. So you're going to take off the top of this, which is easily done from a button on the back, in case you haven't owned an AK before. And then it just seals that button right there, and then it sets across on top. So they're easy to get the battery in. It's a tight fit, but I mean, they're pretty easy. It's not as easy as a M4 by any means, but it's easy to do. The Terminator lever action's on sale. Ooh. I actually want one of these. I just can't really see buying one because it's more for the cool factor than it actually being good on the field, because you're going to need to pick these up. It's not the best field gun, but it's definitely a awesome replica. Compact and standard. Yeah, the FPS is kind of low. I mean, it is a shotgun at the end of the day, but it's on sale, and I've seen it before, and I think it's a silo video I've seen it in, and it's really cool. Don't get me wrong, it definitely looks really cool. I just don't think it's the most practical thing that you can get, but it's awesome. Crytek Chris Vector's on sale. The gas blowback version. I don't know how the gas blowback one is. The AG one tends to have issues with the way it's designed. This is not a good way to make a Vector AG, honestly, because of just the way the body is. But a blowback might be the way to do it, actually. Cool! Look at the magazine pricing, though. 50 per mag, yeah. Gotta love the GBBs for that. 315 UK, Canadians 590. Yeah, I mean, I think it's if you want to get a Vector, this is probably the way to do it, honestly. Honestly, this is probably the way to go. If I was to get a Vector, I'd go with the GBB over the AG, because it might actually fix a lot of the problems that the AG one has. And Crytek is very good. They are a good brand. It's just the Vector's just a difficult one to do correctly. But the blowback's probably the way to go on a Vector. I'd rock it. I think it would be really cool. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. If you see any of these that you want, just click the link in the description. I'll have a link down below. Just click on that and then click on Epic Deals. When you go to purchase your next cult load, just click on the link before you buy anything, as it actually helps out the channel. Okay, Evike, why do you have this? I don't understand. What is the point? Is the point supposed to be that you can have a helmet that already has an inbuilt camera? Is that the idea behind Evike having this? But it's a biker's helmet. It's not a tactical one. I don't understand why they have this. That's a really weird product. Okay. Ooh. I don't know anything about this to really say anything about it. But it looks cool. I like it. I definitely like it. Realistic muzzle flash tracer unit. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm liking this one. Oh, it's a non-export item. So, sorry if you're not in the USA, this one's not available. This one's only available to the US viewers. It doesn't have any reviews on it, though. The FPS sucks. I'm gonna be honest, the FPS is not very good. Especially because it has a stock on it. Because generally, pistols that has a stock and is ran like this is ran as a primary, not a secondary. I'm not gonna run a primary that shoots this low. I'm just gonna have a sidearm that's just a standard sidearm without a stock. I like it, though. I think the idea is cool. I just don't like the FPS. And it looks like there's not too many people buying this because it doesn't have any reviews on it. It has fully auto, though. I think it looks cool. I like it. I think it's cool. Ooh, okay. Okay. World War II stuff. I like World War II stuff. I always thought the Bren was a really odd weapon, though. So I don't know if I could really personally run this thing because it's just too odd. But I like seeing the World War II gun that's on sale though. FPS 350. I want to bump that FPS up because you're only talking around 300. Especially because this thing's going to weigh a lot, being it's a big LMG. I mean, this thing's going to be hefty, especially because of the length. And the stock is not adjustable. It's definitely something you're just going to mount up somewhere with. But it's cool. I mean, I like it. It's nice to see some World War II stuff on sale. It is 509 Canadian and 272 pounds. Yeah, I think the brand's cool, honestly. Okay, Russian Wombat, dude, you need to get a life. Honestly, you need to. You on every stinking thing I look at. Like, you have got to get a life, dude. Like, come on. You just sit here all day and this is all you do. Like, dude, please find a hobby. This is not it. Find something to do. Like, bro, find something to do. You will bolt out of your mind, it's obvious. Ooh, okay. The chainsaw. The chainsaw's on sale. Evike exclusive. I just get a microgun, though, honestly, at this point, though. I don't see a point to run an M2 like this. It's cool. It gives me Call of Duty Ghost vibes, but I would just go with a microgun at this rate. It's a great price for M249, though. It'll be £221 for the UK, and Canada is $414. I think it's exportable. It doesn't say anything about it being Canadian exportable. I'm going to just assume that maybe it is. It doesn't say anything about it not being that, so. Is it a metal one, though? That's my other question. Aluminum. Okay. It's aluminum. Because I don't like the featherweights. I've held one before. I don't like them. I want nothing to do with the featherweight. FPS is good. Yeah, I think it's a good buy. I say it's a good deal, too. I just can't really... Okay, the only thing I can put this over the microgun on is the fact that it's cheaper by a lot. It is way cheaper than the microgun. I mean, if we go to the... Yeah. Oh, the microgun's on sale. Oh, wow, look at that. If you want a microgun, it's on sale. Exportable to Canada as well. $778 for Canada and £416 UK. Nice, so the microgun is on sale. I think it's worth it personally. I like the microgun. This has been on the channel quite often. I have one at the moment. I mean, it's literally sitting beside me as I make this video. So I can actually say these are good. Oh, they have a mount kit too. It's sold out. Okay. Okay, this is cool. I wouldn't ever paint mine like this. I just like the black style, but this is cool. That's cool. I'll give it to him. That's cool. Yeah, microgun. So that's on sale. Yo, HPA hose is right here. That's one thing I'm missing. I need an HPA hose for it. No idea what happened to the HPA hose. It's just gone. It's legit just gone. I don't know what Savage did with it. I never found it. So, I don't know. It's just gone. Whatever happened to the HPA hose is gone. I have the tank. I have the tank and the microgun. The hose, though, no idea where the hose went. Not a clue. Let's see. Gas-powered shotgun. Ooh. I like gas-powered shotguns, except they have a tendency to break. So, warning on that. Gas-powered shotguns just tend to break really easy. I don't have much to say about this one in particular. I mean, it's a good price. I think that's a steal of a price. $144 UK. Canadian is $270. I think that's a good price, honestly. I don't know why they put these hinges on these shotguns. I guess it makes sense to hold the shell in, but the real version of this doesn't have a door hinge, so this doesn't exist on actual shotguns, so I don't know why that has that. I guess to be fair, you can't really load the shells into the actual fetal, so I mean, I guess it makes sense. Special purpose. Ooh, that one's cool. It's too long though. Like, you're gonna use this for CQB, I would go with like either one like this or the sawed off. I should have went with a sawed off, honestly, because I have a full-size shotgun and I never use it. I literally never use it. I think it would be better to have a secondary shotgun than is to have it as a primary, because it's just too long and it's really only good close range. So, ooh, level action by A&K. A&K is pretty good. I don't have any issues with A&K. FPS ain't too bad. It's probably gonna be like 320 on .25s. A&K speed loadal. Actually, that is a good question. How do you load this thing? I'm a little confused on how this thing reloads. You just load the BBs in the side, no? How does this reload? I mean, the real version, you would load right here, but I don't know about an Airsoft one. How do we load it? Packs includes rifle BB load. Do you load it from the front? How does... You must reload it like... right here or something. I don't know how that works. It's cool. I don't know how you reload it, though. More of a show gun than a field gun. I mean, that makes sense because I'm not seeing a fast way to reload it. Runs out of green grass really quick. Doesn't fit the necessities for a field gun. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a slow reload, and I don't even know where the CO2 goes. It's awesome, I'll give it that, but it's like, it looks like it would be a pain to use. This is another guy that needs to get a life together. That needs to do something else besides being here. He's got this on like every single thing on here. Should I just go be annoying and just pin my YouTube channel and every single comic section on here too? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but it's like, come on, guys. Thanks for the continued price raises. Lol. Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't think it's practical. Oh, emotion nigga. Emotion. 421 Canadian, 225 UK. This is a collector's item, definitely. I think it would be extremely hard to upgrade one because I have a Car 98 and it's pretty near impossible to upgrade anything on it. So I'm pretty certain that's how this is going to be. Yeah, so US and Wombat, you just need to like get a hobby, dude. Breaks all the time. Well, like I said, it's a collector's item. I don't think it's really, it's not really a field gun. There's a long version. Yeah, this is definitely more of a collector's. It's nice to see some World War II stuff, though. I like seeing it. I like seeing some World War II things. SVD, I think we've looked at one of these before. I don't know if it's this specific one. It's probably shooting around 350. I don't know if I'd really touch a sniper rifle for that. Bolt action, so it's not even semi-auto. Yeah, no, I wouldn't touch a Dragunov that's not semi-auto and that has this FPS, personally. If you're buying a Dragunov, get a semi-auto Dragunov. Otherwise, get a bolt action. The bolt actions are just easier to upgrade. You need a cheap chest rig. Here's a cheap chest rig. If you're new to Airsoft. Ooh, this P90 looks cool. I know I said I wasn't going to look at EMGs anymore, but this P90 just looks really cool. It has a sci-fi vibe to it, and I like it. What's the gearbox, though? Okay. It's a Crytek P90 gearbox. It's okay. The gearbox just matters on EMGs. It's a Crytek, though, so it's fine. I don't like the FPS, so I mean, the FPS ain't terrible, because it's probably shooting around, like, 300. So, I mean, I'd say that's actually fine. I would probably just drop a bit of a higher spring in it, though. Well, I mean, it's a P90. P90s are supposed to be CQB, so I guess that's fine. I just have my P90 shooting a little hot, which, I mean, doesn't really make sense being it's a CQB weapon, so I mean, fail. One issue I do have with the P90, though, is the sight to barrel. You have, like, a good 2-3 inches, depending on what sight you're using. And I've run into issues of shooting the wall because of the sight to barrel ratio. So they're not really the best CQB weapon because of that. But I like the P90. I really do. I think the P90 is great. I also like the fact that you can pull the magazine out and see how many rounds is left in the magazine. Especially in the Crytek ones, because the BBs line up on the side here. You know exactly how much ammo you have in a P90. I think this P90 is cool. 294 UK, 549 Canadian. Yeah, I like this P90. Oh, they do have a 400 FPS option. Hey, look at that. There's the one I want right there. Yep, that's the one I would get. Me personally, I would go with this one. Yeah, 405. See, that's all I wanted. I just wanted a higher spring. Honestly, for the price difference, though, because this one's on clearance, I would probably just buy this one and then just buy another spring. Then you can just swap it out depending on what field you're on. But no, it's cool. It looks cool. I like it. I think it's a good deal. I mean, it's a Crytek. It doesn't straight up say it's a Crytek, but it has a Crytek gearbox, so it's Crytek's fault. Oh my gosh, another World War II gun. I'm not a big fan of my other World War II Snow Wolf weapon, though, to be honest. I have the Snow Wolf Car 98K, and it's a cool collector's weapon. It's not something I field, because it's not as good as I would like it to be for a sniper rifle. FPS looks decent, though. It's probably not that upgradable. Yeah, proprietary. Oh, it does say it's upgradable, though. So, I mean, that's good. I'd imagine it's difficult, though. Show became undone for the moment. Keep in mind, I only had it 2 days. Ooh. Do not buy this gun. It came broke. Yeah, I mean, Snow Wolf, I just have not had very good luck with Snow Wolf. And 6mm Pro Shop, they're hit and miss, honestly. I have a 6mm Pro Shop FAL, and for the most part, it's not a bad gun. I think it's just overpriced. So, I mean, and the 6-7 Pro Sup Sten's not bad. So, I mean, they'll hit and miss. Some stuff they have is not great. Some other stuff they have is pretty decent. They'll hit and miss. Snow Wolf, I could, yeah, I mean, I'm just not really a fan. I'm just kind of like, it's a collector's weapon. It's definitely a collector's item. I mean, you could probably do some work on it and get it to be good, but it's a collector's item, definitely. Yeah, 6-7 Pro Sup really likes the bill at 50s for some reason, and then the FPS is... I mean, once you up this to, like, you put the more heavy BBs in these, I don't think it's going to really be all that good. Also, why would anyone buy a Barrett? Honestly, don't buy a Barrett. It makes no sense in Airsoft. 6-7 Pro Sup loves the Barretts, though, and they just don't make any sense. They're bulky and they're unwieldy. Just get a bolt action. Honestly, get a bolt action. They're just too big. Nobody uses them for a reason. Oh, if you're doing an AO build, here's an AO piece that's in stock, on sale. If you need a grenade launcher for some reason, here's a grenade launcher that's on sale. The Pro Sup ones should be fine. I mean, grenade launchers literally have no internal ports. It's literally a trigger and a pin, and that's it. I think this is a little high price, but to be honest, grenade launchers run high price, so they just do. I don't understand why they do. They just do. Grenade launchers are really expensive for some reason. I don't understand why they go for high prices. They just kind of do. Okay, here's a cheaper grenade launcher. So you could go even cheaper with that one. This one's just a fancier Ares striker, I think, by the looks of it. I would stay away from the strikers personally. Yeah, it's built off the Ares striker series. I would stay away from the Ares strikers. That's just my opinion. I mean, they look cool. I do like the design of them. I just think they're difficult to upgrade. Lots of upgrade and customization ports. Compared to other stuff, not really, in my opinion. Because, I mean, I have an Ares striker, and I kind of wish I had something else, personally, so I don't even use my Ares striker. It literally just sits in the corner. I don't use it. It's mostly used on the film channel. I don't use it, though, other than that, so... Umex MP5 still on sale from last video. The Noveski's on sale. Again, if you want to see my review on Noveski, there was a video. So I'm not going to dive into it any further here. I'm just letting you know it's on sale if you're looking for one. But yeah, if you want the Noveski, go look at my review video. If you want to see my opinions on that. There's no reason for me to break it down again, so... Mach Silencer Tracer unit on sale. Always good to have one of those if you're doing any dimly lit indoor fields or night stuff. If you want my Airsoft vest, it's on sale. This is legit the one I use, except mine is not stock anymore by any means. Mine's completely not stock anymore. I've completely revamped it and made it better. It's a good starting vest, which is what I bought it for. It was a starting vest. It was the first one I ever bought, and I just added onto it and consistently worked on it. Too well now, you could tell it's the same vest, but it's got a lot of stuff added to it, so... I do like the webbing on it. It's got a webbing to it that makes it nice in the summer heat. And I also like the webbing because it makes it really easy to attach and stitch stuff to it. That's why mine's so, like, different looking. Because this webbing made it really easy for me to customize it. So, also, I'm not a big fan of plate carriers, to be honest. I like this. For me, this is more comfortable because it goes completely around the body. So I prefer this. I know a lot of people hate on the cross-draw vest, but I actually kind of prefer it over something like this. That's just me. That's just what I like. I don't know what to tell you. I do have plate carriers as well, though. I just don't field them that much. And then I have a real steel plate carrier that has the ballistic metal plates as well, but that's not something I field. I mean, if you field the real plates, good on you, but I don't. I don't see a point to. I don't need a actual bulletproof vest into airsoft mats. I think that's just kind of weird, but you do you. Hey, the Mando helmet's on sale in silver. You may also need link all the Star Wars stuff here really quick, except for the Mando rifle. Evike, link the Mando rifle. The whole point of buying the Mando helmet is for the Mando rifle. Why is that not linked? Go link it. It's the whole reason you buy the Mando helmet, right? Oh, here's a SEMA on sale. Optic and bipod not included. That's a bummer. But it has the suppressor. That's very long for some reason. Why is it so long? I don't know. That's really weird. SEMAs are good, though. I don't have any issues with SEMAs. They're pretty standard. 322 Canadian, 172 UK. SEMAs are good. They're just they're not something to brag about by any means. They're just good. They're just good to hop into the field with. Oh, that's not Canada export compliant. Sorry about that. They're good to start with, basically. They're definitely not something to brag about. Like, for me, something to brag about having, like, oh, I own this, would be like Crytek or the microgun or a highly upgraded Tokyo Marui, or that would be kind of stuff that would be like more of a bragging type. SEMA's definitely not one of those. It's just a startle thing. Like, they're good. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just made to be affordable, and I think they hit that mark just fine. I think they're good at what they do. They make affordable stuff for new players. That's kind of what Lancer Tactical does as well. I think they both do a pretty good job with that. Combat BDU on sale. If any of you need a combat BDU. Training targets on sale. I think that's pretty much it that I'm seeing. I'm not really seeing much else that I'm really interested in going into. There's a red dot. Again, if you need silicone oil. Yeah, so I think there's nothing else to really hop into. I think I've hit everything I want to hit. I'm not seeing too much else I want to cover. So anyways, that'll be it for this video. Hopefully this was helpful. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, and I will see you in the next one. And you always need AO mags. AO mags on sale. But yep, this will be it. See you in the next one. Take care.